So, let's talk about something that could literally change science as we know it. We're diving into OpenAI's incredibly ambitious plan to build an AI that can conduct scientific research completely on its own. It's a goal that could skyrocket human progress, but honestly, it also brings up some challenges we've never even had to think about before.
You know, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? An artificial intelligence not just helping us out, but actually making brand new discoveries? Well, guess what? It's not science fiction anymore. OpenAI has officially put this on their public roadmap as one of their core goals.
That's right. This isn't just some wild idea they're kicking around, it's their official plan. We're talking about a system that's designed to be way more than a chatbot. This is about building a true engine for scientific discovery. So, what does an AI researcher actually do?
Okay, so what exactly is an AI researcher? I mean, that term implies a level of independence we just haven't seen yet. So let's break down what OpenAI really means by it.
The key word here, and you really got to focus on this one, is autonomously. That's from OpenAI's chief scientist, Jakub Paczocki. This isn't about an AI as a helpful little tool, but as a system that can independently see a project through from the very beginning to the very end.
So think about that. We're talking about the AI managing the entire research workflow. It's not just running some numbers or writing a bit of code when you tell it to. No, this is about the AI taking ownership of the whole scientific process itself.
And this just lays it out perfectly. I mean, look at this. It starts with the creative spark, generating a hypothesis. Then it designs the experiments, runs all the simulations, analyzes the data, figures out what it all means, and then it writes a paper that's ready to be published. That is the whole shebang.
And get this isn't some far-off 50-year plan. OpenAI has put a surprisingly aggressive timeline out there. They've actually laid out a pretty clear path to make this happen.
I think this is the perfect way to understand it. By 2026, the goal is to have an AI intern. You know, a really powerful assistant, but one that still needs a human looking over its shoulder. But then, just 2 years later, by 2028, the plan is for that intern to graduate into a full-blown AI researcher, one that can run projects all by itself.
So this timeline, which comes straight from CEO Sam Altman and Chief Scientist Jakub Paczocki, is basically them planting a flag. It's a public declaration setting a clear two-step path to get to this autonomous research. But, as you can probably guess, the road from here to there is, well, it's not going to be easy.
Which brings us to the reality check. You know, a roadmap is one thing, but the actual journey is packed with some of the absolute biggest challenges in computer science today.
So is this timeline a sure thing? The short answer, nope, not at all. Even OpenAI talks about these as really ambitious targets, not promises. And the reason they're so cautious comes down to a few massive hurdles that they, and pretty much everyone in AI, have to figure out how to jump over.
And here are the big three. First, alignment. How do you make sure an autonomous AI is actually trying to solve problems that help people? Then there's safety. If you tell an AI to research a new drug, how do you stop it from accidentally designing a deadly poison instead? And finally, interpretability. If an AI announces some massive breakthrough, can we even understand how it got there so we can check its work? These aren't just little coding bugs. They are huge, fundamental problems.
Okay, so let's zoom out. How does this incredibly ambitious plan fit into what everyone else in the AI world is doing? Let's take a look at the competitive landscape.
The thing that really jumps out at you here is that middle column. See, while competitors like Google and xAI are definitely building more agentic systems, that just means AI that can take actions on its own. OpenAI is the only one setting such a clear public timeline for full-on research autonomy. They're basically putting a flag on the moon and telling everyone this is where we're going. Now, this is a really important point that a lot of people might miss. The next big model, whether it's GPT-5 or GPT-6, isn't the AI researcher itself. You should think of these models more like the engines. They're the super powerful core building blocks you need to construct that much bigger, more ambitious system. When you boil it all down, what this really represents is a fundamental shift in what we even use AI for. We're moving away from AI that just knows what humans have already figured out to an AI that can generate completely new knowledge all on its own. And that's the ultimate takeaway here. This whole roadmap is about transforming AI from a tool that just answers our questions into a partner that helps us discover new questions to even ask, a true collaborator in the search for knowledge.
Which leaves all of us with this one final mind-bending question. If we actually pull this off, if AI can make its own discoveries, it changes everything.
The whole nature of progress, and even our role in it, steps into a completely new world. And what that world looks like, well, that's the great unknown.